Adding to your list of allegations, you go on to claim that there was land grab in Bolivia and the tribal people over there, the indigenous people over there, were fooled and the people that represented KAILASA were arrested. Here's the most revealing aspect of this entire fabricated controversy. If the individuals from KAILASA were truly arrested of the serious crime of land trafficking and fooling the indigenous people as you claim, why were they then simply deported back to their home countries, be it India or the US or Sweden and China, rather than being prosecuted under the Bolivian law? Think logically. When somebody commits a crime, an actual crime, on the Bolivian soil, the standard legal procedure is to prosecute them in Bolivia, not just send them back home. What kind of criminal investigation ends with suspects being released back to their home countries without charges, without trials, or without extradition requests? This deportation without prosecution conclusively proves that we are not criminals, that this is a very clearly politically motivated immigration maneuver. This reveals your entire criminal narrative as a complete fabrication. No crime was committed, which is precisely the reason why no charges were filed. You, the establishment media, deliberately obscure this crucial fact because it completely destroys your false narrative of land grabbing and fraud. Let's be absolutely clear. These agreements which are in question were between a US-based Hindu organization and the indigenous Bolivian communities. These are conservation partnerships that explicitly respect indigenous ownership and sovereignty, not land acquisitions or land grabs or fooling the indigenous in any sense. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism further is not a signatory to any of these agreements. By deliberately misattributing these agreements, you, the corrupt media, reveal your intention to attack the entire Hindu diaspora. As a matter of fact, these agreements include support for environmental protection and sustainable development, preservation of indigenous knowledge systems, humanitarian aid and development assistance, cultural exchange and promotion of indigenous rights, and all of these agreements are fully in compliance with the Bolivian laws, particularly the law number 465 and the ILO Convention 169, which is endorsed by these indigenous leaders who retain sovereignty under Bolivia's constitution. Article 30 of the Bolivian Constitution explicitly guarantees indigenous peoples the right to self-determination and territoriality. Your characterization of these legitimate conservation partnerships as negotiating for 1,000-year leases reveals your deep-seated colonial mentality.